At half of the press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right this or right there, my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good day to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan, wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit. Well, Prudence Griffiths could barely stand, her body trembling with grief as she left the scene on Melvin Avenue in Gregory Park, St. Catherine, on Thursday. It was there inside a long-abandoned vehicle that her worst fears were confirmed. The badly decomposed body of her 8-year-old son, Navardo Blackburn, was discovered. What could this little boy do to somebody for do him like that? Like seriously. Even though they never say somebody kill him, they only say they find the body in the car, my people. You understand? They find the body in the trunk of the car. And that vehicle is an abandoned vehicle. You get me? So we just have to wait and see and hear what the police them a say. Because me I tell you, boy, mankind wicked, no blouse and skirt, you know. Mankind wicked. Me say these days, the man them just a kill out the pitney them so. If they not grape pitney them a kill them. Why?
Scientist and epidemiologist at the University of the West Indies, Professor Christopher Charles, says Jamaica's murder crisis must be viewed in the context of long-term trends. Speaking on Power 106's Morning Agenda Monday, Professor Charles warns that focusing only on the year-to-year changes misses the bigger issue of a steady rise in homicides since independence. Shamela Pullen reports.
The murder rate in Jamaica went down from 49.3 in 2023 to 40.2 in 2024. That's according to data scientist and epidemiologist at the University of the West Indies, Professor Christopher Charles. Professor Charles says the small drop doesn't show the full picture.
All I'm saying is that what the government, some people in the media, and primarily the Jamaica Constabulary, what they have been doing is giving you the difference between the homicide rate this year and last year, and then say all kinds of things about it. And I'm saying that's unscientific, it's dishonest, right? And it's designed to trick the people.
He says while the drop is still good, looking at only short-term numbers is misleading. Professor Charles also urged that short-term drops don't mean the police are fixing the issue.
So, in 1962 at independence, the homicide rate was 3.7 per 100,000, right? In 2024, right, it was 40.4. It was, all right? So it's over a tenfold increase. So what I'm saying, we must appreciate the drop, but I'm not excited because if you look from 1997 onwards, we have seen similar drops, yearly drops, but the homicide rate increase again. So why when we see these drops, it's up and down.
He says to make Jamaica safer, real solutions are needed to fix the root of the problem, not just more police.
We have argued that you need to intervene within families in terms of parenting. You can teach parenting in schools, all over the school system, and you can intervene in the family. Just like how the community health nurse comes and look to the mother to check up, we can have social workers visit homes, in the same way, to engage about parenting when the mother comes to the hospital and she's pregnant, or the father. Medical social workers can engage them over.
My wisdom warriors. That's why when me hear Andrew Holness and Horace Chang come out and talk about crime down, me know say that is a lie. Me know say that is a lie because them say crime is down, the lowest. The lowest them say, which that is a lie. You hear what the man say? So, me not believe Andrew Holness. Me always tell you no. Me always tell you no. Yes, when people live in a rural area and somebody come from the rural area, my wisdom warriors, we know what is going on. A whole heap of people dead in the rural area and we not see it make it on the news. We don't see it make it on the news. So when them come out and talk about crime is down and this and that and because of them, you know hear what the man say? It's not because of them. It is a trend. Things like that happen. Sometimes for a little while, crime is down and then after, crime gone up again. Like literally. And a lot of people don't look on it like that, you know. A lot of people don't look on it like that, my wisdom warriors. That's why I'm glad for my little brain when I have. It is good to do critical thinking. It is good to do critical thinking. Andrew Holness out here trick way. Andrew Holness I use crime, do politics. At that Andrew Holness I do. You know see the trick? Andrew Holness a trick Jamaican people. You can't stay there. Anyway, my people, we're moving on because Lisa Anna come out. I want to hear what she have to say. You know she already, you know. You know how our celebrity Lisa Anna go on already. You know so she always put her words them together and go on with herself, my wisdom warriors. Me say she done the labor right then, you see. You remember when the Labour right them run out to talk about Lisa Anna is going to the Labour Party and and then you have a liar Horace Chang him come out but in talk to a few member of persons from over the PNP side and they're coming and there has been conversation. Lie them a tell. Lie them a tell through bangarang in a JLP. They want bangarang in a the PNP. No bangarang not in a the PNP. No bangarang. So because they messed up, them want the PNP to messed up. This is why them out here using Lawrence Rowe. And poor Lawrence Rowe look like him a go off him head. He not even know head from his foot. Seriously. It bad, you know? It bad. Anyway, my people, take in Lisa Anna.
WhatsApp messages in my inbox. And it wasn't only messages like, is this true? Oh my God, is this really happening? But there were clipped videos and there was like contextless commentary that I saw. There was this false narrative in these videos that were basically born overnight, and I was at the center of this manufactured lie. So not only was it amplified, but it was packaged by YouTube creators, what I call the new self-appointed arbiters of truth, who have no evidence, no analysis. They just create this clickbait conviction, algorithm-fed performance, sloppy paraphrasing, content masquerading as journalism. And it spread fast. But this is not my first time to this movie. I've been here before, actually many times. And this time, I said, let me take a step back and look at all of this that's actually happening over by TikTok and all over the place and the WhatsApp messages flooding. And I said, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. That's what resonated with me. That's what came up in my soul. Because if I've learned anything in my lifetime being a public figure, it's when everybody is shouting, silence is revolutionary. And particularly in this digital age, truth doesn't just compete with lies, it competes with distraction. So we're surrounded by knowledge, drenched in information, but many of us choose to swallow these very shallow lack of substance, surface streams over much deeper currents. We chase trends, we don't chase truth, we don't chase affirmation, we don't even chase understanding because we've become cultures of reaction, not reflection, and we rarely ask, is this water clean? We just say, well, if it's popular. So how did we get here? How did we lose the quiet compass of discernment? Why do we forward messages 10 times, 100 times without even checking its source, not even one time to say, well, let me check to see if this is right. You just get a message that says forward many times, there's a great hook, and you just send it forward. This is not an accident. These platforms are engineered for conformity. They reward echo chambers. They punish nuance. So the more the narrative is shared, the more it's believed. And the more controversial it is, the faster it spreads. And the more you put a name that's popular in the social media space, it moves. And the herd moves with it. So once that wildebeest, that first wildebeest hears that drop, that crack, that snap, that distraction, and it's not just online. We see it in the markets, we see it in politics, we see it in our daily discourse. There was a study that was done this February 2025, and it was done in Vietnam. And they found a very strong link between herd behavior and FOMO in their financial markets. And what they saw was that investors were driven by the fear of missing out, and they followed the crowd, especially in times of volatility. Does it sound familiar? Because we're not really investing anymore, we're chasing.
If you look on the video good,
we're
the
reacting.
Said the man only
and so the markets are not even moving on value, but on momentum, not on understanding, but this urgent anxiety to do what everybody else is doing. It's like some of the farmers I know in my constituency. Everybody planting cabbage, so they plant cabbage. Not thinking, well,
the man they look like he want in a war with him.
Warren Buffett considered one of the world's greatest investors.
And this boy is such a
calls
fool.
This kind of herd behavior a lemming effect, especially when you're investing in the financial markets.
This boy look like he's
and if you know what a lemming is, it's a rodent. And you can see if one lemming is going to jump off a ship, the entire 1,000 of them are following that one lemming, and they need to
put him up a bell.
And what he says is that by following the crowd, you're going straight into regret.
Before he go hurt people and kill people.
Because real success, not only in financial markets, but in life and in leadership,
anyway, I want to hear what Jeremy and have to say. Hear this.
It comes from courage. It comes from the courage to stand alone. It comes from conviction, not from imitation. And this is the crisis that I see in my time, in our time, in your time. Because we're consuming more, but we're understanding less. And we're hyper-informed, but we're deeply disconnected. Right now, there are 5 billion people globally, approximately 64% of the world's population, who spends at least 2.5 hours online just scrolling. That's a lot of information that they're seeing. But they're disconnected. In business, it shows up as blind investment. Just this month alone, May 2025, there was over $10 billion that was poured into AI crypto tokens, while other local, perhaps impactful real ventures were overlooked. Why? Because those weren't sexy. They weren't trending. They weren't like, hey, look at me. But everybody else was buying AI. And so that kind of ad hoc urgency, blindness, has a cost, and it has a personal one. McKinsey reported that over 2/3 of Gen Z say that social media harms their mental health. They get anxiety, fatigue, the urge to disconnect because they get so fearful, and still the pressure to conform persists. Because if you're not a part of that herd, you don't feel like you are a part of something. But here's the truth that many people refuse to confront. Real change, real impactful change, it doesn't happen in a crowd. It happens and begins at the margins. It begins in clarity. It begins in conviction, in silence, actually. Because the ones who actually change the world aren't the loudest. They are the most grounded. And we know this in the Caribbean because some of our greatest minds, or artists, or musicians, or leaders, or revolutionaries, or outliers, they were never a part of the mainstream chorus. They stood apart. They asked harder questions. They found water where none appeared to flow. And in this moment, it demands that same kind of courage. The courage to pause, the courage to think differently, the challenge of what is obvious, to have dissent, to have disagreement, to stop mistaking visibility for value and virality or virality, things that go viral for virtue. It's not. Because there's water all around us. There's creativity, there's innovation, there's wisdom. But if we keep drinking what the crowd drinks or what is being stuffed down our throats, we will never find the deeper wells within ourselves. And so this is not, Lisa's not calling you to isolation. I don't want you to retreat. This is a call to intention. I want you to intentionally commit to discernment, to courage. I want you to intentionally commit to discipline in the age of distraction. We can't keep living in a world where insight is drowned out by influence, or you will never have the emotional intelligence to make informed decisions even about your own life. And so we can't keep doing this, not now, not even as a nation that's facing critical choices, especially as the global uncertainty keeps pressing in and knocking on our door and every single door around the world.
So my wisdom warriors, wanna hear from Lisa Anna. So on do taking labor right. Get up boy. Lisa Anna, come to the Labour Party. Uno no shame. Uno no shame. Eh? But Lisa Anna come to party. My wisdom warriors, Mr. Labour right are the foolest set of people me ever buck up on. Jano. Trust me, the foolest set of people me at half of the press ever buck up on. Then tell some blatant lie. Me say the people them lie so till. No man, a lying lip is abomination unto the Lord. You know fi stop it, man. You know that taking labor right. But Lisa Anna come. Me say the way them desperate, you see. They out to talk about confirmation that Lisa Anna is coming to the Labour Party. Lisa Anna no want nothing to do with you know. Come on, uno. Uno think say Lisa Anna no have values and morals? Like literally. Uno really think say after Andrew Holness out here stealing, Lisa Anna really go to the JLP party? That will never happen. Uno no see Lisa? Uno no see how Lisa she classy? Hello? One thing me know, Lisa Anna don't mix and mingle. My wisdom warriors, wanna tell me what wanna think, wanna tell me how wanna feel about this. Put an honest opinion in the comment section. Like up the video, share it out, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My people, don't forget, go over to my other channel. It is called PNP News Round. Subscribe and get me to 5K. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Blessings, one love.
Oh, no go on the first promise. On the things that we are putting back in the office. On the things that we are novice. On the better listen to this. Vote them out cause them not see we when we younger. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out cause when they win them a go dump way. We have to tell them promptly people just vote them out cause them not see we when we younger. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out, we have to tell them promptly. Cause when they win them a go dump way. Marky G, you know you the people them really want to see a great leader who will talk for we. Put on the boat and go, they go walk for we. Yes, go march for we. Because we have some guy with them on a intention. Leading the country in the wrong direction. That's why we come to make we own a selection. This we are gonna do when in call the election. Vote them out cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out cause when they win them a go dump way. So we are tell them promptly people just vote them out cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out cause when they win them a go dump way. We have to tell them